Thank you.
What's good? Hello. Hello. I know y'all eating. I probably said it when everybody had something in their mouth, right? Like, oh my goodness. But welcome. Good morning. Thank you for coming.
Right here. Am I an artist of persuasion?
So anytime.
Or am I just a piece in the making?
Good morning. How's everybody doing? It is Saturday morning and it is a beautiful day in Seattle. Oh my God, I love this view. We're on the rooftop here at Washington 1000. Welcome everyone that's virtually joining us. We see you. My name is Sharon Nyree Williams and I will be your host for today. I was born and raised I was born by a river. No, I was born in North Carolina. I've been in Seattle for 25 years. Yes, I'm only 28. And I've done everything in the arts community, from being a production manager to being a intern at the Seattle Rep. I've ran an organization for over a decade, and I'm in this new chapter of just putting my creativity first. And y'all are a part of that, because this is what putting my creativity first looks like. Come on now. What? Help me out. Enjoy. You know what I'm saying? So it feels good. So to our audience that's out there, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I hope that you have some things beside you that is going to allow you technology-wise to engage with us on something called Mentimeter. But before I get to all of that stuff, let me tell you about who brought us here today. Thank you to Future Arts. Can I hear it for Future Arts? This show is not a TED Talk. This is the future of what talk shows should be like, right? Engaging us worldwide. And so Future Arts exists to bridge art, technology, and community. And this is how we're doing it. Not just in person, but also virtually. We miss y'all. We wish y'all was here because we eat some good food. We got food from Lennox. We got a rooftop view. So we miss y'all, but we are okay without you. And so reflects the values. It's about the future, and it's reflecting the values that we want to see when we bring arts and culture together. Hey, Liz. Hey, Kira. That's not Kira. Who is that? But they'll tell me later. And we're trying this out. So there's going to be some times where I'm talking to my tech crew in the back, because we are figuring all of this out together. So don't worry. So the Zoom is watching virtually, and so that's what's on the screen. That's who I'm talking to over here, if y'all think I'm not talking to y'all, but I'm trying to embrace everybody at one time. And I don't know if I've done this like this before, ever. And I was a television productions major in college, y'all. So all this technology here is new. We did not use this when I was in school. It was horrible. But at the time, it was dope. But this is what technology does. It allows us to do a lot of things and reach a lot of people at one time. So we do appreciate that. So why is future arts important? And that's because, there's so much divide, or the community tries to divide us between tech and arts. How do tech workers feel as though they're not just this well-oiled machine, but they have some fulfillment in what they do. They are connected beyond the screen, and just hungry for what does it mean to move us forward as a human race. And then the artists, the art side of things. We all know that technology makes good salaries, and the wage gap between them and our artists is significant. But there is no AI, there is no AR without the artist. Art what artists bring to the world is just so pure. It's just so pure. They make us think when we don't want to think. They feel the noise in the room when we don't even know that the music is playing, but it's there. But if it was gone, you'd be like, what happened? When we need joy, they bring us joy. When we need to learn a little bit more and use it as an educational tool, that's what it means. And so Future Arts is about bringing all of that together, because we don't want a soulless community, right? And without artists, AI has no soul. Isn't that true? So in Seattle, we also have this opportunity coming up. It's like they're calling this our Second World's Fair moment. Y'all know what that is? What? Yell it out for me. There it is. FIFA is coming to Seattle in 2026, and 1 billion people's eyes are going to be on this town. So we have to use that opportunity. They're talking about the money that's going to be coming into the town, the economy boost that's going to happen because of this. But it's not just about FIFA coming. It's how do we make sure that the energy and the momentum from FIFA continues long term for us who live here and continue to live, work, and play here. So what does that look like? And we're going to introduce something to you today called Future Arts Way, which is going to be a major player in bringing all the worlds together as far as businesses, artists, and tech, and just shining a light of what Seattle is behind the scenes, behind the cement, behind what everybody thinks that we don't want to tell. They think that it just rains here 100 days, 365 days a year, and they can believe that, right? Virtually, they can believe that, because we don't need anybody else to try to move here and take on our sunshine and our winters that ain't that cold. That's what we doing, y'all. So with all that energy and all that pride that we have around FIFA coming, it's not just about that, it's about the future. So one of the things that we're going to do with you today to get you involved here in person, to get you involved virtually, to keep our tech crew on their toes, is we're going to use this thing called Mentimeter. How many of you have used Mentimeter before? Yeah, so to use Mentimeter in person, all of you in front of me, you grab your phone, and on the screen right now, you scan the QR code, or you go to menti.com and enter the code. Now, I just want to be clear with everyone that we are not collecting any information, any data. We just want you to be a part of the conversation. You don't have to download an app or anything as long as you use the QR code or the website and the code. So virtually, you can do it as well. So this is what we were talking about if you were on IG. If you were on Instagram, it would be hard to toggle between the screens so that we can hear your voice. But if you're on YouTube or Zoom, you should be able to bring up to Menti screen as well and be a part of the conversation. So throughout today, we'll be asking questions, and we want your insight. Or if you have a thought that somebody says something and you wanna something will spark for you, put it on the Mentimeter. Like, this Mentimeter is for us to communicate. So in person, it's like, if we were on Zoom, it would be a chat box, right? And on Zoom and YouTube and all those things, it's your chat box. So y'all ready to get this started? So I want to hear from you and your thoughts right now. So everybody's done set up Mentimeter, right? Everybody's in? Cool, y'all in? Everybody's ready? The first question on Mentimeter that I want you to address is, what was your favorite Saturday morning cartoon when you were growing up as a kid? So for me, I think it was the Scooby-Doos with the Harlem Globetrotters. That was dope. And then I love watching that because Scooby-Doo alone was scary to me. But my favorite all-time cartoon that I like is anything with Marvin the Martian in it. Love Marvin Martian. And y'all remember Thundercats? Thundercats. Hey. Okay, we're going to try that one more time. Thundercats. Thundercats. Yeah. Yes. And then the Smurfs. Come on now. Papa Smurf held it down. He held it down with his little gravy. He held it down. And Smurfette, the only woman. I don't know how she survived that. So let's check out some answers on Mentimeter. Fraggle Rock. Down with Fraggle Rock. Yes. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. DuckTales. Super Friends. Smurf. Mickey Mouse Club. Yes. Johnny Quest. Okay. Zodies? What in the world is that? I didn't see that, but now I got to look it up. Yes, thank y'all. Keep it going. Captain Planet, of course. Courage, the Cowardly Dog. Okay. A couple people put that. The Jetsons. Man, I love the Jetsons. The Flintstones. How can we not talk about the Flintstones? And when they had the little Martian up there, yeah, it was cool. And then Fred would take the rib, and the rib would make the whole car tip over. Yeah, those are my friends. So thank you for doing that. And so we need to know, I would like to know, who's in the room with me today? Who is in the room with us, in the room, virtually? Are you an artist? Are you a creator? Are you a tech professional? Are you just a community supporter? Are you here because your friend said, come on, they're going to have some good food? Who's in the room with us today? Okay. We got artists. We got tech professionals. Okay. We don't have no students here? I don't start teaching until next week. A community supporter. Other. Thank you, Other. We need you here. We need you. We can't make this world go round if everybody isn't involved. So we need everybody here. Okay, so I need somebody to text some students and tell them to chime in right now because they need this more than we do. So what I need you to do is keep Mentimeter open throughout the show. We're going to have questions for you. And as you can see, this is exactly how we're going to rock with it. We're going to ask you a question. We're going to see the answers, and we're going to share some of the answers live and on stage. Is that cool? Whew. Okay, how y'all feeling? How was the food by Lennox? How you like this rooftop? Okay, there we go. And later on, you'll be able to go outside, enjoy all the things. But right now, today we're going to talk about Future Arts Way. We're going to bring up some organizations here in this first half that are doing things that brings together art, sidewalks, and communities. And so in this first half, that's what we're going to talk about. Then we're going to have a block with a bunch of artists that you get to see and watch us engage in AR, and then you'll be able to engage in AR a little later as well. And then we'll wrap it up. And so how does that sound? That sounds good? All right, let's get this party started, like I like to say. That's all me. Y'all ain't never heard that before. I came up with that on my own. So our first guests, we have these 3 organizations that are amazing, and they're all doing something around getting out into community and experiencing art in the most beautiful way. And so this week, right now, this moment in time, we are officially kicking off Art and Culture Week. It's Art and Culture Week, y'all. It's Art and Culture Week. We had to point it out. It's Art and Culture Week here in Seattle, and there's a million things that's going to be happening. So right now, I want to bring to the stage the artistic producer of Art and Culture Week, Arielle. Yes. Hi.
Sharon.
Hi, thank you for coming at the busiest time of the year for you.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be in this beautiful space.
Yes, you know a little bit about spaces, huh? Have a little seat with me.
Thank you.
Let's chat a little bit.
Yes, let's chat a little bit.
First of all, tell me a little bit about Arielle. How did you become the artistic producer of such an amazing event.
Oh my gosh, I came on this summer actually. It's our second year. We're a little baby organization. And I have been in the arts for, I guess, my whole life, really. But I curate at the Hadreen Gallery.
Okay, I know Hadreen. Yes.
We both teach at Seattle University.
Yes, we do.
And at Cornish as well.
Yes.
Which are now the same place.
Cornish College of the Arts at Seattle University.
Yes.
Yes, and I used to be on the board for Cornish a long time ago.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
And last year I got to corrupt the minds of some freshmen that was coming in.
Oh, yeah, it's very important.
And they asked me back, but my schedule didn't pan out. But
Yes.
it's a new day. New things are happening. So
Yes.
tell me about Art and Culture Week.
Yes, so we have more than 50 venues hosting events over the next 8 days, actually, because it's, the 20th through the 27th, and I know we're going to be talking all about Walk, Don't Run to Walk the Block, which are just these massive interdisciplinary arts festival. But this is really all about dancing and concerts and exhibitions and storytelling and artist talks and making and film and just all of these other incredible ways to come together and connect over art.
It's amazing. It's nothing like it. It's just the most beautiful thing in the world. Just
Yeah.
like today, right? Just being here, talking about art, bringing community together.
Yeah.
We learned a lot when we went through that pandemic, and we learned how important this is. Oh, look
Yeah.
at that. It's me.
And that's really how we
Yeah.
started this organization, or how our founders started this organization, is how do we remind people that we need art in our life, and that this city, FIFA is not going to be good without art, without murals, without this new waterfront. It's nothing without art. Our city is nothing without the unique value.
Exactly.
of
So
art.
can you imagine coming to FIFA and being like, well, what do we do besides the game? You can't
Yeah.
go to a restaurant. That's art.
Yeah.
You can't just walk down the street and see anything. Everything would be in gray and white.
Yeah.
And art is a part of everyday life. It makes us
Music
happy.
resonating through the city.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just the energy, right? Something
Yeah.
to drive it.
Exactly.
The uniforms, all the
Yeah.
things. But we pulled up the event calendar.
Yes.
And that girl right there.
That's your beautiful face.
Hey, queen.
Kicking
I
us
see you.
off.
But so there's so many things that are here.
Yep.
And, Walk, Don't Run kicks off at today.
Yes.
So people are going to leave here and head to Walk, Don't Run. And then interactive performances.
So many of these opportunities are interactive. This at Gray Sky Gallery today from 1 to 4, there are 3 different artists providing opportunities for you to literally add art to an artist's painting.
That is awesome.
Yes, so our incredible website, who is designed by Cole DeVoy, who is a website designer.
Working all together, art plus
We
tech.
couldn't have this website without tech workers who are also artists.
Exactly.
Yes.
Indoor studio, yes, I've been there. Yes.
Yes.
What's up? What else we got?
All right, so if you click the next page, we'll get to see more things. So many of our
Whim Whim.
opportunities. Oh yeah, Whim Whim. We're going to have a conversation after their fall performance with the choreographers and the dancers. So that's going to be tonight, going until 11 p.m. So we're really talking 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. tonight. We have nonstop art. Here at Now Union Art Center, ACT is going to be a 20% off discount. A lot of these organizations like Seattle Art Museum have 50% off all week.
Wow, all week. This is the week to do art. This is
Yes.
the week to splurge.
Yes.
No doubt. So let's get the crowd in. Let's see
Yeah.
what they're talking about. Like, out of all these things that we're starting to talk about on Art and Culture Week, what is catching your eye on the
Yes.
calendar? Can you put that on Mentimeter for us, please? Like, tell us what's catching your eye. Live performances, visual art, public art adventures, all the things are happening right now, starting today. This is the kickoff.
There's so many interdisciplinary
Which one
opportunities.
okay, now, what's the one thing that's standing out to you? What would you
Oh
like
my gosh.
to do?
Okay, so at Traver Gallery next Saturday in the afternoon, there's going to be a live music response with a dancer from PNB, from Pacific Northwest Ballet, Leah Tradera, who's going to be leading 4 other dancers in response to a really beautiful piece by, or several pieces by Kathy McClure, who has these like robot-looking pieces, very tech-related, and so they're going to be these direct responses, but they're also going to take pieces of the art. So there's music, dance, visual art, and it's a waterfront space, very kind of austere, gorgeous.
Yes. That's exciting. So let's see what everybody else said. So they said, oh, we have like 4.1 of live performances people are excited about. That seems to be the big one, live performances. See, let's tell the world, live performances aren't going anywhere. It's a must in our community.
Yeah.
Visual media, we have 3.5, 3.8 for public art adventures, and interactive participation 4.0. People want to get involved.
Yeah.
People want to get, and Art and Culture Week does all of that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Sounds of Survivance at the waterfront. Just now opened gorgeous waterfronts on the steps overlooking the water. It's going to be a KEXP concert collaboration. Okay. We have Town Hall is collaborating with Path with Art, which is one of our incredible local organizations. So many of these are organizations that are local.
Yeah.
And local artists. They're bringing in a conversation about how important the brain is on art.
Ooh, the brain on art.
Yes.
Y'all remember those commercials back in the day? The brain on art.
Yes.
This is what we're doing. So
mental health,
all the things.
Yes.
And that's what art does. Art helps with all the things that we need in our everyday life, from health care for our mental health, to just our well-being, physically, mentally, emotionally. But so also kicking off today with Art and Culture Week is Walk, Don't Run.
Yes. And
we're excited about that. So let's bring in our friend Kira from Walk, Don't Run, and who is over 100, I read in the Seattle Times this week, over 100 displays of art are going up. I mean, interactions, music, all the things.
It's insane.
I know that Kira is live and in the trenches right now because it starts at any second. And so, but they have agreed to jump on during, from Pioneer Square. Hi, Kira.
Hi.
How's it going?
Oh my gosh, it's going great. We're just finishing up setup. I'm gonna step out.
This is live TV,
I'm on site, trying to get out of the echo. So I am on 3rd Avenue in Virginia right now. We are activating this wonderful garage with dance, multi-story dance, and about 10 video art pieces.
Wow.
So that's just one of the many stops that's along the way as part of Walk, Don't Run.
That is so exciting. You are taking places that aren't traditional and making them into art spaces as well. So what are you most excited about Walk, Don't Run?
Oh, I get this question all the time. And it's really hard to answer.
Well,
so I think I'm most excited to see all of you at noon at Occidental so we can kick off the walk together.
Community. There you go.
We're going to visit 10 stops across 20 blocks. We've got a stage at Occidental and we have a stage at Bell Street. And there's music and roaming artists all along the way.
Cool, cool. And I have up here on my phone, and we're going to pull this up, I have the map here where we're going from Pioneer Square all the way to Belltown for Walk, Don't Run. And then the schedule is a little bit of everything. And so I'm opening up the schedule, and the website is amazing. Thank you very much. It's easy to access. And so I'm popping in Pioneer Square right now where you are. And you have things at Norton Plaza, Norton Building. You have my girl, Akoya Harris, at Concierge, Department of Bearing and Orientation. You've engaged everyone downtown.
Well, they've really engaged us, I think. So it's all about the artists coming together and making this community event happen.
Cool. And we're going to ask our audience, because we want to keep them engaged as well, if you can go to Mentimeter and pin the place on the map that you're looking forward to exploring. I have the map up. There we go.
See a lot of Future Arts fans in the house.
Yeah. And Future Arts is on 3rd and Pine from 2 to 4 today. So that's going to be really exciting. So we hope to see everybody there. So like I said, we're leaving here and we're going to the party, no doubt. So we have some people pinning. Yes, I see. Okay, so it's a little hard to see down here. So Celeste, can you tell me what people are pinning? Give me some highlights in my ear.
Oh, I can tell you.
Okay.
Okay, I see people pinning Occidental Square, Pioneer Square Park, where Totem Star and the Lolos are playing. I see people pinning Pike Street and First Avenue at the Pike Plaza, which is where Undercurrent is performing.
Okay, Undercurrent.
I see people pinning another parking space at the corner of Lenora and 2nd Avenue, where Forrest Perrine has highway sign poetry.
Ooh, that's awesome.
And then I'd love to see people pinning the finish line. We've got a lineup of music and dance from 3 to 6 p.m.
Cool. Thank you very much, Kira. This is awesome, and thank you for jumping on with us. But we have one other person that we want to bring in on the conversation that's also a part of Art+Culture Week.
Yes.
And that is from Wanawari, the Walk the Block, Elisheba Johnson. Liz, you there? Oh, I get the call.
I am here.
Elisheba, are you there? I'm sorry, I have to call you by the official name.
You're fine.
How are you doing today?
We're doing great. We're getting ready for the festival.
Can you tell the people a little bit about Wanna Walk the Block?
Not familiar with Wanawari. We are in a 5th generation Black-owned home, and we use arts and culture as a way to fight displacement of Black people from traditionally Black areas. So we're one part arts organization, one part anti-displacement project. Our biggest fundraiser and festival of the year is Walk the Block. It's from 1 to 6. Our headliner is Saul Williams, and just like Walk Don't Run, we have dance, we have interactive activities, we have huge art installations. It's really exciting and a really fun time.
I can attest to that. I have participated in Wanawari's Walk the Block before, and this came about during around the pandemic time, and It was like, okay, how do we have a fundraiser and raise money for an organization, and we can't come inside? And y'all developed this program, and here it is, and we're in what year is it, Elisheba?
Oh, it's the 5th year.
Yes, the 5th year. And so all of y'all have one thing in common. So one thing I want to ask on Mentimeter is, when I think about experiencing art in my neighborhood, what do you hope for in your neighborhood if you could experience art there? But can y'all talk a little bit about the importance of getting outside of buildings, and like all of y'all are doing things that take you in and out. It takes you through community, around the sidewalks and community. Can y'all talk a little bit about the importance of that at this time?
I mean, the community is one of the things that makes this project really amazing, because it's just one big love fest for Walk the Block. So people come together, see people they haven't seen in years, and it's just a way to also celebrate the Central District. We also bring in other arts partners to do activations. So Art Noir has been our partner for 4 years, and a lot of other organizations. We just want to amplify the Central District and what everybody's really doing that's amazing. And so really working with community and homeowners to also program art in their yards, they get super excited. And so it reminds me about the importance of having art in your life every day.
Cool. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. And actually, Elisheba was one of the founding members of Art and Culture Week as well.
Yes.
So we had, these brilliant women all coming together to think about why we need art across the city. We have 12 different neighborhoods programming. It's a massive undertaking, and really thinking that we need to have art in our daily lives. And how do we do that year round? This is really just a sliver of the programming that's happening every day, and a reminder of that importance.
And so why is it so important to have accessible community spaces like y'all are creating? Why is it important to invite people downtown and to be comfortable, to be safe, to experience these ways in different ways? Why is it important to go to the Central District? Why is it important to go to 12 different neighborhoods and see how everybody else is contributing to art? Why do y'all feel as though it's important?
You want me to go or you want to go?
Why don't you start?
Okay. I think we're in a loneliness epidemic, right? I was talking to somebody a couple years ago, and they started crying because they were saying that all the new houses, like townhouses we're building, people go park, and then they go into their house from their garage. So you can't even say hi to your neighbors. So I think there's something about catching folks and giving them the idea that they belong. Art really tells us that we belong. And so I think all those 12 neighborhoods and everything else, we really need to get people out so they can meet each other. And that's really going to be important because our shared humanity right now is at an all-time low.
Yeah, that's so beautifully said. And by activating all of these different neighborhoods, we realize that we don't have to go far to find community. It's there for all of us and every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I love about it is that it's about movement, right? It's about keeping moving. It's how we move within our communities. It's how we move when we enter a space. It's about not being static. It's about the flow of everything. And in community, we need flow. We need to engage. We need to, and then we know when we need to be by ourselves. And so there's moments where you can just sit and be and experience the art. And then there's moments where you can say, oh my goodness, did you just see that? Did you see that thing? And so I love it.
Yeah, I think that's so true. And during the pandemic, we had to create all of these ways to stay at home and, survive in that way. Mm-hmm. And now we need to figure out how to leave our house occasionally and be comfortable re-engaging because we need each other. Definitely. And we also need art to create that empathy and reconnect in a way that's healthy and important. I mean, in this moment, we really need art to remind us that there's humanity, like Elisheba was saying.
I couldn't have said it better. How is our Mentimeter going? Hey, here we go. Let's see. I'm
curious why do the people on the Mentimeter want these art events? Why do people want art?
Ooh. Why is art important to you? That's a good question. And remember, the Mentimeter, you can just get your thoughts out as they come if you want. It's our open chat. Connection, creating community, definitely. There's nothing like when I was, as you know, we teach at Seattle University, and I had my first class a couple years ago that I had to be reminded that they had to come through COVID. And so even a student said they're COVID babies. And I was like, because they weren't engaging in class. And I was like, I felt like I was pulling and pulling and pulling. I was like, what else can I do? I'm doing everything but tap dancing up here. And then I just had to, and then after I was reminded, I was like, it makes sense. It makes sense. So how do we get people to come out of their shell? And this is what we really like. I see words up, community. I see something about a survey. I don't know what that is. Yes. Can we get that off my screen a little bit? Thank you. But this is what it is. Sidewalks and stories and moving around community and to feel safe, right? This is
getting out of your house and feeling safe with each other.
Exactly. Awesome. This is great. Is Kira still here? Okay. Well, Kira is going to go do Walk, Don't Run. I think we've had a really great conversation here today. And please support these organizations. Art Culture Week, Walk, Don't Run, Walk the Block. These are amazing events. Is there any last words from Arielle and Elisheba that you would like to say to the community?
I just want to make sure you know how to get to Walk the Block. So you can go to wanawari.org and buy your tickets, or you can buy them day at our registration, which is on Cherry and 24. Hope to see you next Saturday.
Yes, yes.
Yes, and it's really all about supporting the organization Wanawari year-round. But if you are short on cash, if you go to the artandcultureweek.com website, which is, again, beautifully designed, you can get a 25% off discount. And most of the events are free to attend. If you are going to pay for the events, which there are a few events that you do need to pay for, all of the money goes directly to these organizations. This is really about supporting the artists and the organizations that are bringing tremendous value to our community.
Yes, and there's a little bit of something for everyone. And that's what I love about all these programs. There's something for the entire family. There's something for anyone. There's something for the introvert, the extrovert, the I don't want to vert. But I want to thank all of you for what you're doing for community, because we don't know some of the times what we need. And oftentimes when I go to an art show, I'm like, I really needed that. So I want to say to our people here and our people online, take a chance.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay all day. Just dip your toe in a little bit and experience what it means to be out in community.
Yeah. I mean, if you're an art lover, being with other art lovers is always so nourishing. A lot of the time, I don't want to leave my house, but then I do, and I get so fed by that interaction.
And just know that art is around us in our everyday lives, everywhere we look. From the clothes we wear, to the food we eat, to the phones we carry, to the chairs we sit in. Art is essential.
Yes. So
all right.
true.
Thank y'all very much. I appreciate y'all for hanging with me. Yes. And I wish y'all all the best on your events. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh my, I'm fired up. Ooh, I'm fired up. I'm fired up and ready to go. I love art. I love technology. I love community. That's just like, that's my edible. That is my edible. So, man, who brought us here today? What is Future Arts? How is Future Arts helping us all come together? Why is it important for arts, technology, and community? So there's this person that's in the room that is amazing, that is the founder of Future Arts. And I like to bring them up to the stage so they can tell you more about Future Arts. The one and the only, the person that's responsible for us to be here today, Yulia Burt.
Oh my God. gosh, thanks for being here.
Welcome.
Wow, what an intro.
Ooh. You know, it's a hard thing getting Yuli up on the stage, but they're ready today. You look good.
Thank you, you too.
And
We're all
everything seems
fashionable.
to be going well.
Yeah, we're on a rooftop. Look at this. We're like on a vista. We're at the top of the world. Top of
Yes.
Seattle.
So you founded Future Arts. Can you tell us, I've explained it a little bit, but I think it sounds much better coming out of you of what Future Arts is.
Yeah, absolutely. And shout out to my co-founders, Anna in the back there and Lara. That couldn't have done it without them.
Yeah.
I mean, we came together 4.5 years ago, which is wild, but really like 20 years ago when it really started. And we just did not see the tech and the art sector really connecting and intertwining in this exciting, progressive way that it could be. And I think we were talking about COVID a lot, right? And post-COVID, I feel like technology was kind of forced into our life because it was a source of connection. It was the only way we could connect. And that propelled a lot of this, like, oh wait, technology, we can use it differently. And then, you know, when Anna, Laura, and I were talking early days, we're all coming from different backgrounds of technology, hospitality, art, interactive media, photography, and film. You know, and Seattle's known as a tech hub, and then as we just heard, there's incredible art happening here, but we just don't see that intersection here really represented in the way it could be. And the main thing is really the wage gap. When we first started to, when I was like, all right, I was working at Amazon for 8 years on purpose. I like to say I infiltrated the belly of the beast to try to then come back and see how we can equalize this wage gap between the arts and tech sector. Previously to that, I was in the arts, doing a lot of things actually with Kira. Kira and I ran a video art gallery on wheels to every art walk in the city 15 years ago.
Wow.
So yeah, and then we both kind of went to corporate, and now we're back doing these things. So it's like a lovely full circle, lovely full circle. Anyway, long story short, here we are, and we have been trying to close that wage gap by creating platforms and pathways. This is an example of a platform, and the pathway is literally what you'll hear about next, right? Mm-hmm. So it's ways that tech and art folks can come together and use technology to create, you know, opportunities, jobs, and to put Seattle on the map as that progressive tech-forward town and you know, make it abundant. I always think of that word abundance when I think of Future Arts.
Yeah, so how can people get involved? I mean, because Future Arts is more than just bringing art and technology. It actually creates spaces around process and learning process and collaboration. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. There's a couple ways. I mean, right now we are 4.5 years in, but we are mostly run on volunteers and, you know, grants and some sponsorships. But and thank you, Sessions in Place. By the way, can we just clap really loud for the production team? Like, what? Yeah. Woo! You guys are amazing. I mean, like, every time I come to this set and I'm like, you're here, you're volunteering your time, this is huge, but we want to do this permanently. So, I mean, the obvious thing is donate. I mean, if you know anyone, especially if you're in the tech industry, right? We're a nonprofit, we're Women Non-Binary Run. We are doing this literally from here. There's not a lot of tech here in Seattle that's doing what we're doing. So if you are working tech, hit me up. Let's connect. Let's get your tech in here. Let's collaborate. Let's make interdisciplinary programs happen. And then if you want to come hang out with us and build community, we have the Sparks program. It's a monthly membership and it's a donation program. That's a huge way. And then come volunteer, you know, come make some art with us. If you're really, next Thursday, we're making a light art daisy making workshop. So just sign up to our newsletter, really. I mean, there's a lot of ways. Whatever you have an hour, you have 20 hours, come hang out and make this happen. We need everybody. This is a community effort.
It takes a village.
Yes.
It takes a village to bring arts and culture together and tech. It also takes a village to just try something. Right? To get out of your comfort zone, try something. I came to the Sparks Lab not too long ago and had a good time upstairs in this building. And it's about community, and I love that. Everybody's welcome. Even if you just have an interest, you can come and hang out with Future Arts. correct?
Yeah, if you're scared about AI, come talk to us. You know, if you're excited about AI, come talk to us. It's a place for those conversations that are not necessarily in tech for, you know, for producing something to buy, right? We're here to produce something that we can feel good about, and to make things that connect us. So tech for good, like how do we do that here,
Ooh,
right?
Tech for good. I like that. Tech for good. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be this big, scary thing. We can all just embrace it. I remember running Central District Forum for Arts and Ideas during the pandemic, and it was like, oh, we got to go from live performance to virtual. And how I was able to make it, my team was able to do it real smoothly, but other people struggled with how do we take this art and put it there. And then what we didn't realize at the time was that wasn't going away. Hence, this is why we have a hybrid version of Future Arts Live.
Exactly. That's why we wanted to make sure there's something like this for the city to uplift arts and culture and technology through technology. I mean, a lot of the folks that are here producing the event work in a lot of these tech companies or corporate or places where, you know, this isn't used to tell the stories of our communities. And so we really want to bring this kind of level of technology to the artists, to the communities, to tell the stories in a way they truly deserve. So, and
we need to tell our own stories. We need to be in control of our own narratives.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for coming up here and talking to us a little bit. We're going to bring you back at the end of the program as well. We got, yes, you're coming back to talk to us at the end, and then we're going to have a post-show conversation too, so we get to tap into that brain a little bit more and see how you're thinking. So thank you so much, and also we want to thank the people that did our food today, right? Like Chef.
Yes, Chef Liv. We have from Live for Flavor. We have Lennox, and we have Skalka as well. Georgian pastries, they're delicious. Definitely try them out. Get up and re-up and try all the different yummies from local small businesses. And these businesses are also on our map.
Yes.
For something called Future Arts Way, which we will talk about soon. So
exactly.
It's all connected. We all think a lot about all the little details here. So thank you for noticing and being here, and thank you, Sharon.
Thank you. And for those of you that's in virtual world, you can you can also visit these businesses outside of that. When you need somewhere to go to get to eat, something to eat, I'm telling you, Lennox will knock you off your feet. And
so good.
All the food is good. So thank you so much, Yulia. And we'll see you a little bit later.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm telling you, I mean, that's just brilliant. Oh, wait a minute. I'm supposed to stand up. See, we live. This is live. This is so live. I'm supposed to stand up so they can do that, and I get to bring out our next. We're going into the the art experience part of the program. Are y'all ready to experience some art and hear from some artists directly? Are y'all ready? Okay. Zoom, I need you to put the reactions up. Hey, y'all know how the reactions with the love going, the hearts going up, all that stuff. I see you. So bring it to the stage, our curator, an amazing person. I want to bring up to the stage Ashanti Davis, and it's cute to death. It's killing the game in this dress. Hi. How is it going?
It's going. And we're sitting in these chairs?
We're sitting in these chairs right here.
I didn't slide back. I feel good about that.
I know, because we don't have the carpet.
No, I was a little worried. It's fine.
I need you to go like this right here.
Did it go?
Let me help you out.
Joys of lipstick, man.
You
It'd be coming for you.
And I got to look out for a sister on film.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? But you're cute. How's it going?
Thank you. It's going well. It's going well. I'm a little shocked. I'm not from here, not from Seattle, and so the fact that, like I say, the lights are still on. I'm waiting for the rain to come back because that's what I was expecting. I was like, "Where's my rain? Where is it?" If I wanted sun, I would have stayed in Southern California.
We're gonna talk about that later. I got a beef with that. Because I love the sun. I love going down to the water.
Turn the lights off.
Ooh.
Let's turn it off. Where's my long dark?
Turn them off. Turn the lights up. Okay. So can you tell the people a little bit about Ashanti?
Sure. I hate talking about myself, so it's fine. I am an artist first. That is, like, first and foremost, just how I navigate through the world in my life. But I'm also a recovering arts and culture, specifically museum professional. I gave 10 very long years of my life to museum spaces, and even got a master's in museum studies. And then was like, you know what? I'm gonna go now. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore.
I just did that. I get it.
Yeah, it's a lot, but I appreciate the work that those who are still in those spaces are doing. But I needed to take a break, so it's been wonderful to kind of just come back and reconnect with my practice as an artist, and continue to do curatorial work outside of those very formal institutions with all the rules and the ways of doing and being that they refuse to let go of. So that feels really good.
That's awesome. So tell us a little bit about Future Arts Way.
Future Arts Way. Future Arts Way is really exciting, and I've been able to talk a lot with Yulia about this, as it's been something that Future Arts has been incubating even before this moment. And so Future Arts Way is more programmatic. So we want to think about this as an instance that is not just something that's going to happen coincidentally when the World Cup is here next year, but an opportunity for happenings to continue. And this is just our kickoff. So this year, Future Arts Way will be a pathway, a walking pathway that'll go all the way from Seattle Center down to Pioneer Square. Or if you want to start in Pioneer Square, you can walk up that hill going towards Seattle Center. And all along the way, we have what have been mentioned, small businesses, community organizations who represent communities who have been a part of this othering experience, especially living here in the United States and coming from other places, or being on this land as their ancestral home. And so what we really want to do is uplift and raise the tide for these organizations who represent those communities, and make sure that people are interacting with them and engaging with them and connecting with them. And most importantly, purchasing, donating, because we exist in a capitalist society and the dollar is a powerful thing. Maybe for no comment, but it's
That's
a powerful
whole nother live broadcast,
right? Inside this economy, and so we want to make sure that that this tour is a piece that connects you to these places, and then allows you to put your device down and connect and have a conversation and learn more about these businesses and tell other people to go there. So
awesome. So you brought some friends with you.
I got some
today
friends
that you're gonna connect
I got some
us
friends.
with.
I know.
And they're gonna come and talk a little bit, and
Yep.
I'm gonna be experiencing some things live,
Yes.
like real life. I get to, y'all don't know how much fun this is going to be for me. So who do you have coming up first?
I'm so excited to introduce you all to a new friend of mine who has come all the way from Spokane on the other side of the state. So I'm really excited to welcome Penn. Come on up, Penn.
Penn.
You hugging it out? Let's hug it out.
We'll hug later.
Let's get it out the way. Let's decide.
Here we go. Have a seat. Have a seat. Welcome,
Thank
Penn.
you. Thank you.
And Penn is from an incredible organization called Houdini. And Houdini has been involved actually in many future arts things even before I got here. So Penn, please tell us about you and about Houdini.
I'd love to. My favorite subjects. My name's Penn. I'm one of the co-founders of Houdini Interactive. And about the organization first, and I can give a little bit about me, which I think will lead into what we got going on here. Houdini is a full-service creative digital agency, but we specialize in the digital side of experiential marketing. And we came about because we see a lot of people here, but this is what it's all about, connecting with people. So we use creative technologies to bridge that gap in real life. Sometimes it's an LED wall that has a camera looking at you, and we're tracking your body, and we're creating art through movement. Sometimes it's buttons, levers, just regular touch screens, augmented reality, virtual reality, wearables in general. We create experiences between brands and people.
which I absolutely love. And if you haven't had a chance, in the back, I know there are art pops that are on the one of the countertops there. Grab an art pop, scan the QR code, and play with it. That's actually something that Houdini made. But I'm really excited to share what's coming up for Future Arts Way. But starting with kind of the origin story of Future Arts Way, which was for an event called Augment Seattle.
Yep. And
Is it coming up? I see it right here.
we see it here.
Hey, Celeste, can we get
Can we get Augment up on the screen? There it is.
my phone up? Hey.
Beautiful. So, Augment brought augmented reality and art through augmented reality to Seattle. And we created an experience online that was a map of all the different locations. So each one of those locations, you can tap on them and it pulls up information about the art. It gives you information about the artist. And then you can navigate your way to those particular locations to experience everything. And this was the first iteration, which, I don't know if you guys knew this, but we created another version for Spokane that was a sculpture tour. And downtown Spokane has 50 sculptures, and I had no idea. I've lived in Spokane for over 30 years, and I had no idea that there were over 50 sculptures downtown. So we worked with Spokane Arts to create an experience that showcased each one of those sculptures, the artist, and took the inspiration here and brought it to life there. Fast forward a couple years, and we partnered with Agog to create a tour at the Tribeca Film Festival that is the precursor to what we have with the new iteration of Future Arts Way.
And a huge shout out to Agog, because Agog is actually has been our first huge sponsor for the Future Arts Way project. And so we are so grateful for them for kicking off this next piece of us, which is, Sharon, bring it up, Future Arts Way.
Future Arts Way. Future Arts Way.
There it is.
There it is.
There we go.
And there it is for you as well.
So tell us a little bit about how this works, because it's a little bit different from the map that was made for
Yes.
Augment Seattle.
Yep. So the map that was made for Augment Seattle was a static view of the map, basically a dynamic picture that was responsive. This version is backed by Google Maps. So if you tap on each one of those white boxes, those are tooltips that just teach you how to use the experience. You tap on them, it dismisses them. And now we have a growing list of locations, participating community partners, that when you tap on one of those bubbles, it actually gives you an instructional pop-up about the location and then the art itself. So some of this is in preparation for the ultimate piece of art and the experience that's going to be showcased. But there's a gallery of images, there's videos that will be available, and hyperlinks. So you can go to their social accounts, and then there's even a button, the second from the right there on the bottom. That's actually the hyperlink to the AR or XR experience. So it brings it up for you. There we go. And this is the current experience. Now, when you go to each one of these locations, I don't know if y'all can see this, there's going to be this decal available. And there's a QR code that when you scan that QR code, it takes you to the Wayfinder where you can ultimately experience augmented reality and the art itself.
And if you work for an organization who might want to be a sponsor for one of these stops along Future Arts Way, this is a perfect place where your logo will get to actually be on this little decal here. And along with that QR code and in front of that business, or on the ground, or on a window, on a wall. And so hot to the window, to the wall. And so we're just really excited about Future Arts Way. And we just have a few minutes left, but tell us why you're excited about Houdini being part of this project.
You know, so talk about myself. I come from a family of musicians and artists, very talented, creative people, and that was never an outlet for me.
There you go.
There we go.
It's working. It's working. Look.
We have art.
Ooh, look at that. They're salmon, right?
Those are salmon.
Those are salmon. Look, salmon's all over y'all. Ah! Oh, I'm sorry. I was not supposed to be that excited. Okay, I'm sorry.
Real-time excitement for you, but
This is what it's
Sharon.
about. This is why we do this.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much,
Wow.
Penn. And I'm so excited for all that's to come. And stay tuned for more about Future Arts Way. We're going to show and kind of connect with some of the artists who are actually creating some of the works that will be featured on Future Arts Way. Thanks, Penn.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you, Penn.
Now, we're super excited to welcome one of the artists, and we're staying standing for this.
Yes, we are.
Who's actually going to be creating some sound experiences for Future Arts Way. So welcome, Alexis, and just take it all in, have a grounding moment, and we'll see you in a little bit.
I just wanted to share that I was thinking about this whole project and the partnership with FIFA and everything we're doing with Future Arts Way, and I just wanted to make a song that, you know, spoke to that. So I've been kind of putting it together in the past few days, pretty much. So I'm going to play it for you now.
Walking down the streets of my hometown, looking in through my heart into the past. My ancient ones, how did you listen? How did you speak with the land? I'm searching for a true metaphor which can heal this strife. I'm thirsting for a healing. We are made for a flow so strong that it saves our lives. We are the mountain streams. We are the mountain streams coming together into one glorious river. I found myself standing on an arrow carved by two streams merging. What is this but a message from the river, a message that travels through history? The river, loved for a century, finally flowing free. And I look at her and look look to what has always been here on earth. The trees, how they branch from a single seed, how the rivers, they flow to meet a single sea, how the water from drops make a vast ocean, and when the streams align, it's a powerful motion, and the answer is life, the answer is beauty, the answer is hope, the answer is mercy, the answer is stepping beyond our own fears to see that the river is already here, and the spirit of the river is so strong that she finds her way beyond all that's wronged her, and we hear the full songs of the ancient ones and the laughter of our little ones. We hear the voices of the river, even in the city we find her, and she sings, we are the mountain streams, we are the mountain streams, coming together into one glorious river. We are the river, we are the river, flowing in power with a prayer for the Mother Earth. And I feel good in my I feel good in my body. Let this harmony flow through me. Let it touch our ancestry. Let this history move towards peace. Let this river flow free. So I feel good. So we feel free like a river. Free like a river. Flowing in power with a prayer for our Mother Earth. We are free like a river, free like a river, flowing in power with a prayer for our Mother Earth.
Thank you.
Ooh, that was, ooh, that was beautiful. Thank you, Alexis.
Gave me chills.
Yes, indeed. So for those who may be just joining us, I want to, as Alexis makes her way up to the stage, to let you know about Mentimeter and how you can stay involved in the conversation. And so if you use the QR code that's going to come up on the screen at some point, you can use the QR code, or you can go to menti.com and put in the password as the passcode numbers. It was just up on the screen for a brief second. They're going to bring it back up in a second, so you can scan the QR code, or you can go to menti.com and put in the code. Right, Celeste? Okay, so they're going to pull it up when they can. There's a little technical thing going on in the back, but it's okay. It's all right, but we'll get you there. But here it is. The QR code and the menti.com code is 2465-71111. It doesn't take any of your information. It's just strictly so you can be a part of the conversation. If something's coming up for you, like Alexis just performed, if you want to say something beautiful to Alexis on the screen, go for it. And I'm going to pass it back over to Ashanti.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alexis, come on up here. Get up here, get up here. Round of applause for Alexis.
Great job.
Thank you. have a seat. We're going with the flow. We're happening with the day as it's going. So you're going to come back and you're going to play a little bit later. And I think during that networking period, you all should connect with Alexis and ask her questions and just find out what she's doing and what she's working on and where you can connect with her. But I'm going to ask you one question. Just why are you excited to be working on this project for Future Arts Way?
Well, I think that this project for Future Arts Way combines a lot of the different things that I care about since I was a little kid. So I care about expression, I care about healing and bringing the community together and bringing that positive feeling and holding a positive vision and doing our work to kind of, as was kind of mentioned before, put something else out there that's beautiful and good and that people can come around and believe in, that's different than what the message that we're getting from society is saying about who we are as a people. And then I love water and I love salmon and I love everybody, so.
And I love that. So we're going to hear from her later. And again, connect with Alexis. And another round of applause for Alexis. Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Yes.
Cool. So Ashanti, who do you have up next for us?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And they are not here in person. We're going to expand out into the world. And I'm excited to be welcoming Alina and Alex into this conversation, who have been a huge part of a work that you're going to have an opportunity to engage with again a little bit later today called Currents. And Sharon's actually, not that one, the other one. The other one. Sharon's going to bring it up our phone, but Alina and Alex, are you there?
I have Houdini.
There they
Hello.
are. Hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, it's so wonderful to see you. And I know Alina is actually calling in from Chicago, that Chi-town, and Alex is calling in from Oregon, the beautiful state of Oregon. And so I'm just so excited just for both of you. I got to know you a little bit and continuing to get to know you, but I want these folks to get to know you as well. So Alina, who are you? What are you working on?
Okay, so hi everybody. Really excited to be here today. I am Tatar media artist and media arts professor teaching at the University of Illinois. So I am very excited about finding ways how, as an artist, how to be very critical of technology, but also use it as a tool for storytelling. So figuring out how to navigate this process, using technology for good, but at the same time, being intentional and understanding kind of the social, political, and cultural implications of what technology can do and is actively doing.
I love that. Thank you. And Alex, you have also played a big part of this work with Currents and with Alina. So please, I would love for folks to get to know you as well. Who are you, Alex, and what are you working on?
Thank you so much, Ashanti and Sharon. I'm so glad to be here today. I should start off by saying that my views and opinions don't represent those of the United States government, but I have the great fortune of being an ecologist and a transportation planner for the U.S. National Wildlife Refuge System in the Pacific Northwest. These are spaces set up for the conservation of endangered species, threatened species, habitats all across the region. And while they're set up to protect wildlife all around, they're really there to protect the life of the region for the future, for cultural values. And while Leave No Trace is a great ethic, my job is often trying to find ways to help people be a part of those places that we're protecting and like have a real experience of being a part of the landscape, seeing how it functions, and hopefully finding ways to protect them. And so my great joy of getting to work with you all here at Future Arts is finding ways to create experiences for people to better experience the land they live in the urban context, and realizing that nature isn't uncompatible with the urban experience, and that in fact it's all around, that the wildlife that make the whole world possible have a massive impact in the places where we live.
I love that.
And I think art has an incredible function for that.
I love that, and I absolutely agree. And this is a perfect segue too, because the work of Currents is really about stories of salmon. So please tell us what you're working on for Future Arts Way Other Earth 2026. Alina, I'm going to send it to you.
Alina's having some audio issues.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can bring it up actually, and for folks who haven't had a chance to see Currents, this is a perfect time where Sharon, bring it up. It was going wild earlier, and so you saw a little bit of it. And so Currents is really part of these salmon stories, and we kind of are bringing this forward and having the next iteration of it involving more voices and more perspectives to create a new version. How's that audio? Is it coming back in?
We can try to test.
There she is.
I'm having a technical issue.
Okay, so.
And maybe we can throw it up on the screen so folks, this looks like it doesn't want to come up here. Maybe we can throw it up on the screen so we can see that visualization of Currents. Go ahead, Alina.
I'm going to close it and open it back up.
So, I mean, I think it's important to also share some backstory of how we connected to Future Arts. A few years back, Future Arts launched an open call for Augment Seattle. And I was really excited to apply, and Alex and I, kind of being friends for a long time, I invited Alex to work together because we really wanted to make something very specific to the area, something specific to Pacific Northwest, and we started thinking about salmon, and just got just kind of learning more about the life cycle of the species and how much the species are integrated into the local ecosystem, to the extent that the nitrogen from the DNA of salmon can be traced in the cedar trees in the area. That really inspired us to create a piece that would honor the species and invite the audiences to celebrate the species. So, and for the future project in 2026, we want to build on that project and kind of grow it to a larger scale and imagine it as like a representation of a larger ecosystem that downtown Seattle once was and might be in the future.
I love that. Thank you, Alina. And Alex, where can we learn more about Currents?
Oh, well, the good news is there's so many amazing spaces in the region to learn about the ecology where we're fortunately drawing from for the project. I think there are a lot of great areas. The Ha'apus Duwamish River Historic Heritage Park is a great spot that is highlighting some of the restoration efforts on the Duwamish River, which has been deeply impacted by industrialization in the Seattle area. There are going to be many great events nearby. Next week, the Billy Frank Jr. Nisqually National Wildlife Refuge, just outside of Olympia, is hosting a salmon event for celebrating the watershed of the Nisqually area. And there will be representatives from the Nisqually tribe, the Nisqually River Keepers, plenty of other people who are actively preserving indigenous access to ancestral foods and fish and lifeways in the area. So many exciting places where we hope that you can find more information about the projects we're drawing on. There's so many things happening in the region. Really hope that you have opportunities to keep connecting here in the region with us. And at Future Arts, we're preparing resources too for people who want to be involved in conservation efforts and efforts to make the city of Seattle into a healthier place, the whole Salish Sea region into a more vibrant and dynamic and invigorating space for people, wildlife, more than human life all around.
I love that. Thank you so much, Alex and Alina. And there it is, that little sneak peek of the first iteration of Currents. So you'll have to stay with us as Future Arts Way continues to grow for Other Earth 2026 to see what's next for Currents. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alina. So wonderful to see you and hear you speak today. Looking forward to bringing our next artist, who's also working on this project, into the mix. And their name is Divine. Divine, are you there?
Hello.
Hi, Divine. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing very well. Divine is joining us all the way from Vancouver, Canada. So just a close neighbor, not too far away. But Divine, welcome. So excited to see you today. And also, we'll actually be able to see Divine's work between 2 and 4 as part of Walk, Don't Run there at 3rd and Pine. So we're really excited to be able to showcase and engage with that work there. But Divine, tell us about you and this beautiful work that you're creating.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm based out here on the unceded lands of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh people. I'm an artist, I'm a landscape designer, and I'm also an educator. So part of this work kind of brings together all those intersecting identities for me. I have a practice that is called Burge Design Lab, that really specializes in landscape design and public art and public realm consulting. So I love cities, I love public spaces, I love people. So for me, my practice is centered around how do we uplift people and places and uplift the cultures of those places. And to tell you a little bit more about this specific artwork, it's called Parasitic Healing Bath. And I feel like I should begin with explaining a little bit more about the title. So parasitic architecture is essentially attachments to existing architecture. And so that is what you would call a parasitic architecture. And so I wanted to play with this idea that the urban places we live in today are covering natural processes. And now, in response to the location at 3rd and Pine, this waterfall attaches to the existing building as a parasitic nature. And this idea that healing botanicals and the land can attach back to either ourselves, like our bodies, or the environments that we live in to really bring us back into conversation, into better relationship with nature. And specifically, the tradition of healing baths for Black communities. Water is an essential component for healing in a lot of African cosmologies. So bringing water and bringing healing botanicals together to create a healing bath that then transforms to attach to this bridge. And starting the conversation around, can we live in places that are healing to us, and can we be in better relationship with the lands?
I love that.
Yeah.
Divine, I am so thrilled that folks have had a chance to hear directly from you, and you will have a chance to explore the healing bath. The pedestal itself is actually outside, and you'll have a chance to scan the QR code and engage with the same way that Sharon's engaging it with right now to have a parasitic attachment of these incredible healing properties and plants that represent different healing properties that can, if you go to the phone, attach itself to you. And there you have a couple different options. You have a calming bath to experience or an energizing bath to experience, your choice. And then you can also snap a little photo so you can take that experience away with you. And hopefully you take a little bit more. But again, come visit us at 3rd and Pine today. We'll get a chance to actually engage a little bit more with some of Divine's work, and we're really excited about that. Divine, Thank you so much for being here and being a part of this experience with us today. I'm so excited for other people to be able to just connect with you when you're going to be here in Seattle as well, but just to continue to connect with your work.
Yes, thank you. Have fun at all.
Thank you. Thank you. And I look fabulous.
You look great.
I look fabulous.
I wish it was here all the time. And now I am incredibly excited to welcome our next guest up to the stage, Matika, who is here from Tidelands Native Art Gallery. Hello.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
It's just Tidelands.
Just Tidelands.
People like to call it Native Art Gallery because it makes them feel comfortable, explaining it. But it's just Tidelands.
Just Tidelands.
My name's Matika Sitsta. Stahobs Chad, Dwatwa Tuthlelap, Dwatwa Swinamish, Swadabs Chad, Tigri Tsiayas, Naschala Chad Tsiayas, Twa Gulapo de Ishad. Good afternoon, relatives. I'm Matika Wilbur. I'm from the Swinomish and Tulalip tribes. And I am the current CEO of Tidelands, which is a natives-centered art space, production studio. We make a bunch of media and a boutique. You can come shopping. Yeah.
Go shopping. Go shopping. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Matika, you and I have actually had a wonderful chance to chat about this also, but I would just love for people to know more about who you are, and also this really important conversation. We've been talking a lot about technology today, and I think technologies should always be in plural, because technologies represent past and present as something that is static and evolving, but I would just love to hear from you and your perspective. And again, who are you and how do you engage with these technologies?
As little as possible, hopefully. I know, maybe it's the wrong moment for that. But, I wonder, do we need the technology? Do we need plants on our head and fish swimming around us in our phones, or do we need to go to salmon ceremony, and should we take a dip in the Coast Salish Sea? I think maybe the technology is there to remind us that that's our responsibility, that we are meant to be relatives to the Coast Salish Sea. If we lived here, we're meant to be relatives to the tree people. We're meant to be relatives to the plant people, that we've always had relationship with those people. And it was only because of modernization, because of colonization, and because of this postmodern world that we're living in, that we have now these severed relationships with these ancient beings. And if technology has to remind us to rekindle those relationships, to become kin with the land that we live in, then so be it, but that's not the way it's meant to be.
Say it. Speak all the truths. Say it.
But I'm sorry, I didn't answer your question. Who am I? I'm a mother. I'm a mama. I have two beautiful daughters. One, her name is Kaya Yo-Yo Butch Rose, which means grandma butterfly. She's 6 months old. And she's adorable. We love her. And I have another daughter, Alma B. She's 5. And I have a husband. I'm a wife. That's not something I was planning on. It just sort of happened that way. As it does. My husband's kind enough to be here with me. I'm a sister. I'm an auntie. I was an auntie before I was a mom. And I'm a photographer by trade. That's actually what I do. I wrote a book called Project 562, Changing the Way We See Native America. I spent 10 years living in a van, visiting all the tribes in the United States. And I went through Washington, Oregon, and California, New Mexico, and on and around and around and around the country. I went over and over and over again for nearly a decade. And the work was started because I thought it was important to combat the way that Native people are represented in modern media, in the culture industry, in textbooks, right? It's not a secret. Native Americans are vastly underrepresented in our society. We are often represented by things like Pocahontas or Chief Wahoo or Sacagawea, right? Both of those women whose stories of being sold to their abuser as were replaced with erroneous tales to support white male heroism, right? And we as a country see that when we continue to perpetuate false narratives, we see the outcome result in our bodies, in the safety of our bodies, essentially. And when I was a teacher at the tribal school on my res in Tulalip, where I'm from, I saw over and over and over again how those manifestations of misrepresentations and stereotypes resulted in the blatant disrespect and ultimately the ultimate sacrifice, which was that my students, would take their own lives. And it happened over and over and over again. And we kept asking ourselves, what are we doing wrong? What should we be doing differently? Why is this happening to our students? And the elders in my community, they came to me, they said, Matika, we need new narratives. We need new curriculum. We need something better. We need different ways to talk to our kids about who they are. We need to uplift our kids. Can you go make the curriculum? Oh yeah, Auntie, no problem. No problem, I'm a photographer, I don't make curriculum. Yeah, I'm on it.
I got you. I'll make it work.
Yeah, I got that. So it took me a really long time, but I made it. And through that process of visiting, making kin, visiting all of our relatives throughout the country, I realized that, in narrative correction work and trying to get to the core of what is contemporary Indigenous identity and asking people, what does it mean to be an Indian in 2015, in 2018, in 2020, what does it mean? I realized that people started talking to me about our ancestral identities, which are always deeply rooted in land, right? We are the people of the blue-green water, we're the people of the tall pine trees, we're the people that live within the four sacred mountains. So then how do we identify those place-based identities? How do we rekindle those relationships? That became, I think, the next stage of my work. So then we started a podcast called All My Relations to talk about our land-based identities, our relationality, our kinship structures. Our podcast now has over 4 million downloads. People liked it. And then, eventually I'd be done with the project, I'd publish a book, I'd have some babies, and I'd open, and I'd
just had some babies.
Just had some babies. I'd open Tidelands in downtown Seattle, which is on Western and University. Y'all are welcome to come through. And I opened that space because we deeply believe that Indigenous people we Native people are capable of representing ourselves. We don't need it to be filtered through white institutions for it to be valuable. We need the opportunity as Native people to build our own ecosystems and our own economies to support ourselves. And that's why, I had to open a Native art gallery and a Native production studio to tell stories, because it simply doesn't exist in Seattle, right? Here we are in a place, Seattle, a place whose namesake is named after Indigenous people. We're on Indigenous land, but very few people who live here have deep relationships with Native people, understand the place-based identity of the place they live, can speak Lushootseed, can read Lushootseed, and that is what we're aiming to overcome with the work there at Tidelands.
So there's your job today. You should go, be a part of Walk, Don't Run, but go visit Tidelands, go connect. The beauty of our technology and our apps is gonna get you there, but go, learn these stories, connect, put your phone down, buy, because there's a beautiful shop in that space, but there's also beautiful work that is for sale on the walls. So go, buy, connect, learn stories, and tell all others to go into that space and connect as well.
And we have a video of Thailand
Oh,
as
no,
well.
we don't have to show that.
But Matika...
No, that's not for this. No.
Never mind. No video.
That was for that film.
Cut the video.
Okay, listen, that film, all right, that film was gonna be shown. We showed it at the art fair. Okay. And there was no sound.
Okay.
So you don't want to play it here.
Oh, we was going to keep talking over it and let it play in the background.
Oh, was we?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we could do that. Yeah, go ahead, do that. Sorry. I am how I am.
Matika, thank you so much for being here today and for sharing your stories with all of us and with all of these people who are here and folks who are here virtually. And
so we're not going to talk over it?
Well, they were gonna play it. I think they started it and then they turned it off.
When she said stop it, they turned it off.
They did.
Okay, so we're done.
Relationships
Yes.
with each other.
Thank you, Matika, so
Sharon,
much.
as always.
Thank you, Ashanti. Thank you for all you do, and thank you for all the great artists that you brought our way. Right now, we're going to bring back Yulia. And Yulia is going to come and help us close this out. Come on, Yulia. Come on.
Hi.
You can sit close to me. We don't have to. You don't have to sit between us. So, what a great event!
What an event! Yeah,
a lot of information.
So much good words and good wisdoms. Yeah, and beautiful music and yeah.
So as we send people off into the world to experience all the things that you and Arielle and Kira and Elisheba have come up with, what can people do to support future arts?
Yeah, I mean, the best way is just to follow us on our newsletter. You can find some smatterings of, check out all the artworks. I mean, you can go and experience, scan all the QR codes you see, convene with the artwork. But as we said earlier, go out into the world. We're making these artworks so you can put the phone down at the end of them and connect to each other. So a lot of the things we do, it's almost a seed to then go out, go into the world, explore, go to the businesses, and experience the world around you through this technology. So.
And the next episode will broadcast is November 15th.
Yes, so save the date. November 15th will be episode 5. We'll probably be back here. We might be downstairs or up here. Did you guys like this rooftop view? I mean, I think we'll be back here. It worked out pretty well. So definitely, come back on the 15th. We're going to be really digging deep into the process. At that point, we're going to have started Future Arts Way and building it, co-creating it with the community. We'll be able to show some things, hear from the artists. We're going to expand our artist team to welcome more community members and have some gatherings to listen and to learn and to create. So stay in touch, really. Stay in touch. Oh, also, we have a salon here on Thursday.
Hey, in the building.
It's coming up.
Just come back.
Yes, so come back on Thursday if you want to hang out, talk, and we have our first, like I said earlier, Daisy Light making workshop by our artist Shosho, who also has a giant whale hanging on the second floor. When you're going out, check out the whale.
Hey, check out the whale.
Check out our robot by Bailey Ambrose, constantly writing, Philo Girl. Check out the robot. And then go enjoy the sun, go touch some grass, go touch the leaves.
Yes.
And,
So, and we also want to thank, it takes a village to do a show like this. And thank you to all our professional volunteers that are in the space. Thank you to Yulia for bringing us all together. Thank you for our food vendors, Liv and Lennox and Skalka. And for those of you in the room, we're going to have Alexis come back and do another selection. But we say go and check out the installations, eat some food, talk to the person next to you if you feel like it. We're gonna have a conversation with Yulia after Alexis' selection.
Yeah, we'll be hanging out, but we're going to open up these doors, get some air flowing, and say hi and continue eating because that's important.
Sit on the bench for Divine outside
Yes,
on the rooftop. I know you didn't know that you would be on the rooftop, Divine. We are your bench is on the rooftop. So go out there and enjoy your spa on the thing. Thank you to everyone that has been here. Thank you to our live audience. Thank you to our virtual audience. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for 1000 Washington for hosting us. It's been great.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Hudson Properties, too. They've been great. And Sharon, you've been amazing. Thanks for weaving it all together. Ashanti, everyone that spoke. I mean, it's nice to just come together and really get into it. So.
Yes, and always remember, future arts is the way. Y'all like the way I did that?
I guess we have a tie. There it is.
Thank you. This has been Future Arts Live, episode 4. Have a good one.
Thanks all.
thank you. Okay.
Love didn't die, I felt it happening deep inside the river, underneath us.
Oh, I'm gonna start again. I don't want to start one again.
Love didn't die, I saw it forgiving.
Woo! Thank you, Alexis. Alexis.
Wow.
Wow, thank you, Alexis. That was great. We have opened up the doors. People have grabbed food. People are outside, inside, all over the place. Welcome to the post show.
Post show.
Post show. We made it. Woo.
Oh, I'm moving to this chair.
Okay.
All right. Oh, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's maybe a little bit. Yeah, you're too far away, Sharon.
I feel like nothing can keep us apart. Got you. Okay. So, are we recording?
Are we still live? Or are
we're still
just
recording. Okay.
Oh, cool. Well, anyone who's still out there, thank you for being here.
Thanks for hanging around with us. So, Yulia, let's talk about why should tech care about art?
Why should tech care about art? Well, I mean, let's think about it. I mean, technology is literally everywhere. So as much as we will always come back to nature and come back to each other, we're also have a phone in our pocket. We have tech companies that are taking over cities and creating new technologies. So at Future Arts, we talk about the term solar punk a lot, which is a way where there's a future where technology actually helps nature and helps to make it better. Because at the rate of exponential development that we have in technology, we're killing the earth. We're disconnected. We have a loneliness epidemic, as Elisheba said, and technology is the only way back from that. So it's almost like, you can't exist in this world anymore without these technologies somehow infiltrating your life. So if that's where we are, and that's where a lot of the capitalist society is going, we have to put artists at the forefront of this development, especially with AI. We won't talk too much about AI, but we talk a lot about AI in our work because that's a really hot and scary topic right now for artists. So instead of retreating, we have to take it head on, Like in my background, I went into Amazon. I was like, we have to get to know this enemy. Maybe we could change that world, maybe we could change the path. But the only way to change it is through artists, because they're the ones that are thinking from empathy and from the good things.
Yeah, from the things that they've been through or experienced or witnessed, which is a beautiful part about art. But one of the things that you just said that was so important that I heard was, technology is everywhere. And for me, art is everywhere. And so if they're both already existing, why not find a way to exist together? What do you say about those people that do have an anxiety around engaging with tech and art at the same time?
Yeah, that's something we think about a lot at Future Arts, is how do we create these experiences accessible? So for example, the first time you put on these AR glasses, you're not seeing a product that is asking you to buy things. You're seeing a beautiful story about the Coast Salish land that used to be here. It will change the way that you're engaging and with something so cold, right? Because we forget that these technologies, they come from materials that are earth materials. Like this is from a natural material. We just have been disconnected from it. So it's inaccessible because it feels like a foreign object, but it's actually something we say warming technology, right? You put that story back into that technology, then it becomes more accessible and less scary, less anxious, right? Because it's speaking your story differently.
It is speaking your story, and the beautiful part that I love that you talk about for Future Arts that I hope you talk a little bit more about is why Future Art emphasizes the process of creating the product.
Yes, that's one of our values is the product, process as product. Also why we have this show, because we want to talk about the people and the community we build while building art, and the conversations you have, those are the transformative conversations. That's the heart of what creativity is. It's the creation process. So in everything we do, we have that educational moment, those layers of depth that talk about the process.
And one of the big things around in the ecosystem of creating art is that the process sometimes isn't economical, right? Mm-hmm. Like artists, sometimes if they have to create work, they have to create the work first, put all the money into it, expenses, and then do the thing. So it's like balancing why we know there's an age gap between a wage gap, not age gap.
I mean, a
wage gap.
A bit of both.
My bad. A wage gap, but why should we all care that there's a wage gap and that we need to rectify the wage gap?
Yeah, I mean, I look at the wage gap and I see that that's where the loneliness is actually, because we have folks in tech, a lot of the folks working in tech are disconnected from the community and the artists. And the artists are not making enough of a living wage to have a decent enough life to do certain things, right? So we should care about each other, and that's the wage gap is in technology, there's not that progressive thinking oftentimes. You're really focused on the product, not the process. And the artists are being left behind or, in a different way, especially in Seattle, where there is so much richness, so much depth, so much culture and history, So I think we should care about each other and we should really rethink our ecosystem. And that's what we're trying to do. We're not just, doing it a little bit. So we're thinking big. We're thinking, how can we put artists in tech companies, right? How can we put a big corridor in downtown where it's taking over whole buildings? You can't, it's just going to become a part of life.
Because it builds the economy. We call it the creative economy, but it builds the economy for everyone, and that's that long-term investment that we're talking about, right? Not just the one-offs, but like FIFA is coming, but then FIFA will go away,
right?
And then how do we continue to live? And so can you talk a little bit about the impact on, and for those who don't know, how do you describe creative economy?
Yes, there's a couple definitions, but it really encompasses, it's interesting in Seattle, it also encompasses, folks that work in computer fields that are creative, right? But some places in the nation take anything computer related out. So because Seattle's such a big tech hub, in our creative economy surveys that were released that Future Arts is built on, the computer occupations, that's the top of the wage gap, right? Like graphic designers, folks that work in tech doing some sort of creative function. And then there's, folks that are in studios like painting and even hospitality, that's creative economy. Hence you've seen in the back, we have art pops that brings food into the mix, right? We're thinking about creative economy, not just in like, oh, this is a painter in a studio. It's everything that uses creativity, including food, including landscape design, including, anything related to computer design.
Exactly, definitely. And so I'm gonna throw some things out at you, and I'm gonna be devil's advocate for a second, so don't get mad at me because I'm asking you these questions.
Let's have it.
And if you do get mad, blame it on Celeste. So I want to talk about some myths. And so if I said to you, art isn't important or practical?
Well, I mean, what do you all think? Is art important or practical? Anyone? Where's Mentimeter? I mean, I feel like a lot of the folks that are in this room would probably say it's important, but I was in tech for 8 years and there was a disconnect. A lot of folks in tech don't feel welcome in art, don't understand that art can be very highly technical and very highly emotional. And when you think about what matters in your life, you think about your family, you think about your values, I mean, that is everything. And a lot of times, especially in our society, that's not at the forefront of something that relates to abundance, right? You don't connect it to profit. You don't connect it, it's very, yeah, there's not that understanding between the two. So how do we, is there a way to do this? And we're asking those questions.
Right.
We don't know the answer. We're just here asking the questions.
That's real. And then what if I said to you, there's no money in art, so it shouldn't even matter?
Well, we have one of the leading industries in creative economy here. I think it's something like $119 billion in the creative industry. We also have every job in the arts, in the creative industry creates 3 jobs because that's how creativity works. We have to collaborate. So there's a lot of money in the creative economy and we just don't know, especially in this area. Game design is huge. We have some of the highest growing creativity in game design, in filmmaking. We just had some initiatives passed. That's all tech-based art, right? And there's lots. I mean, that's one of the fastest growing industries out there. But how are we supporting those stories that we're making to be created differently? And that's what we're aggregating here.
And I love that you talk about the stories because part of the stories is events like things that you have like Sparks. Can you talk a little bit more about why should people be interested in and what is Sparks Lab? Yeah, so Sparks was an initiative we started almost a year ago now, which is wild. It's essentially, I mean, at the core, it's a giving program. So it's like you pay for Netflix and it supports this giant industry. You pay for your coffee every morning, you know? And how we've created Sparks is 1 hour of your wage, since we're trying to close the wage gap. If you think about how much do you get paid for 1 hour of your time? If you just donate 1 hour a month for Sparks membership, then we can actually, that's starting to close that wage gap. How much is an hour of your time worth? And then you start thinking, what does that mean for everybody? You know, what is my hour versus your hour, and how do we even that out? So at the core, it's a giving program, but then we of course we just launched our swag. We have AR t-shirts, finally. We're so stoked in the back, check them out. Yes.
We have Sparks tables, when every month you could come and show your project, talk to each other, get some feedback on what you're working on. And it's really a space for someone working in art and tech, or art and not both. Maybe you're just in art or just in tech and you're curious about each other. It's a space where we can coexist, you know, which there aren't that many spaces here like that, which is wild to me.
Yeah, and I thank you for creating that space. I came, sat down, and I needed to work on a project, and I was like, let me get in here and just do it. And it was beautiful, and it was welcoming and all the things. So when we talk about ways, what is your biggest dream? You started Future Arts Way. You started Future Arts. There's Future Arts Way coming. You have Sparks. You educate. You bring people together in these unique ways. What is your biggest dream? Like, what will be the perfect situation for you to make you happy to say, yeah, it's going in the right direction?
Oh my gosh, that's such a big question. So many layers. I mean, I guess logistically closing the wage gap, really. I mean, that abundance, right? And it's unfortunate because I don't want that to be the answer, but it has to be. But at the end of the day, let's be less lonely. Let's create stories like Future Arts Way, where Seattle is known for a cultural technology hub, an arts technology hub, not just a tech hub, right? People are coming here and flocking here, not moving away to places like New York or LA. They're coming to Seattle because we have breakthrough media art. It's beautiful, it's connected, and it's solar punk, right? Like, we can reinvent Seattle with this because there's such a big tech industry here.
And I guess, hey, we got swag.
Swag.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Hey, let's show some swag.
Yes, Crown Social, local amazing industry or agency. Our partners at Crown Social helped design this.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, I like the colors.
We can get your phone to scan. We have a a QR code in the back, and we have a QR code on the sleeve, and we have a local artist featured, Naomi, with a piece called Jaded, where Jade takes over some things.
Hey,
yeah,
that's awesome.
And this is a rotating gallery, so this is an example of how we're creating ways that art and technology can come together through a t-shirt, but it reinvents this as a walking gallery and features artists working with augmented reality.
Oh, so it doesn't matter when you wear the shirt today, by the time you scan the QR code, maybe a week from now or a month from now, it'll be something different.
Right,
Correct?
yeah, we hope
Hey.
to have, and this is an opportunity, right? We hope to pay artists to create these AR installations, and when we were starting Future Arts, all of these things we're making are based on the creative economy surveys, where artists were surveyed all over Pacific Northwest and said, we need more opportunities to showcase for mentorship, for education. And what does that look like? Like, what does that actually look like? Who's making those things come together? I mean, this is a way. This is a way because we educate our artists, we provide them with tools, and then we provide them with a showcasing opportunity. It's a t-shirt, but it's actually a walking gallery, right? And it creates community, it creates curiosity.
Yeah, and it can lead people to other places. That's what I love about Future Arts, that no matter, whenever you enter a space that Future Arts has curated, you're gonna get led to something that you've never done before. And that is so appreciative. So as we begin to wrap this conversation up, like, what do you want the world to know about? One of the things that we haven't talked about is the Future Arts way. If you just look at the artists that we've had here today, the diversity of it, the different viewpoints of how people are coming at things, why is that important in what Future Arts do that is inclusive, ethnic, okay, yeah, that word, intergenerational?
Yes.
It's all the things that bring us together as community.
Yes, absolutely. We actually, so you'll see some of our values posted around, and we were really looking at nature. So we believe nature is queen, like that is the ultimate technology, is ancient technology. I mean, if you think about the inner workings of natural systems, a lot of our technologies are literally based on biomimicry. So our values are interdependence and biodiversity. Like, it's the only way we can exist. It's the only way I've ever lived, because it's the best way to live. It's the strongest way to create something that is long-lasting, like nature. So I forgot the question, but I got excited of talking about this.
No, it was the importance of bringing everybody together from different walks of life.
Yes. I mean, that's my favorite quick story is when we launched our first showcase, Augment Seattle. The first person at 4 o'clock sharp when we opened a 17-day showcase was a 74-year-old woman with a clipping of Seattle Times, and she said, "It says here I can rent a phone. Can I rent a device to see augmented reality?" And she's never seen augmented reality. And we rented her a phone, and we had an ambassador take her through each installation, help her through it. She's never done it before. She was shocked. She's never seen anything like it. And that's accessibility. Like, the one-on-one, the storytelling one-on-one, that's the magic. And throughout those 17 days, we saw kids doing art pops and talking about the plants in the art pops that came to life, that connection between the child and the parent and the ambassador, and the phone differently, right? They're looking at the phone, they're learning something. So it's already intergenerational. We love the words. So I mean, again, long story short, we follow the natural processes, and that's hard to do, but if we're building something on our own, so we need your support because we want to do it right. And that's gonna take a lot of tries. We'll probably get it wrong a lot first.
Mm-hmm. And support looks like memberships.
Join our Sparks membership, volunteer. We're gonna have a board call soon, so please follow us on our newsletter. If you're interested, just reach out on our website, and I'd love to chat. I'd love to grab a coffee and talk about the future. Obviously, tech companies sponsor us. We're going to have some amazing programs coming up that can put artists in your tech company. But Future Arts Way is our big thing next year. Let's make it happen big. Let's cover that whole building in vinyl and make it come to life and be proud of our city.
And I need you to do a PSA for the November 15th event.
Yes. Yes. Save the date. We're going to have our Episode 5 Gala. Future Arts is going to be our first kind of bigger fundraiser here in Washington 1000. We'll probably have it here on the rooftop. We'll probably have delicious food and some amazing hosts and guests, as we usually do. We may have robots. There's always a robot or two. Please save the date and come out and support us. This is going to be probably our biggest kind of community event to fundraise together and come together to make this happen.
So there you have it from the Yulia on how you can support Future Arts in the future.
Future everything.
Future everything. We are on Future 1000. But arts and technology is a part of our everyday lives. We might as well bring it together and support one another and uplift community together, no matter who we are, where we are. Let's try to make the world better by embracing what we have and moving and being respectful as we create for the future generations.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, come out. And again, I also wanted to say thank you to Sharon for hosting this. This was amazing. Thanks for just diving in. A lot of this is just, we're just going for it. And it's something good always comes out of it. And Sessions in Place, once again, amazing, thank you. And also our volunteers. We've got Danielle holding it down. She just shows up like every Spark Salon. Oh my gosh. I mean, so many folks back there. James, thank you. Katarina. We've got some people really just showing up. Adrian, thanks for doing social.
Hey, I see hands.
Familiar faces. Yeah, I love to see you guys.
That's my friend Dimitri back there looking like
hey,
he
Dimitri,
has no
thanks
interest, but he's really excited.
Monique, thanks for getting
his
all the
resting
food
face
and
is
making it
just,
happen.
He's a tech guy, so his resting face is
Nicole, Celeste, and Richard.
Love you, but this has been a great.
Oliver over here.
Well, thank you for trusting me with this show. Thank you, everyone, for making me feel comfortable. This has been great. I've learned a lot. I've got to see some people that I know already, and I look forward to the future.
Me
because
too.
of Future Arts.
Yes, we're gonna make it happen.
All
Me
right.
too. I'm excited.
Let's do it. We'll see you on November 15th, y'all.
See y'all.
Thank you, virtual. Thank you, everybody that's outside. We did it.
We did it. It's a wrap. Let's go eat and enjoy the sun.
And I have a sticker if you don't. Sessions in Place. Got
It's a good
this.
sticker. It's shiny.
Alrighty. I'm getting off this microphone.